Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's webinar focusing on the Zoho Recruit Staffing Agency edition. Before we dive into the specifics of Zoho Recruit, let's take a moment to understand Zoho as a whole. Established in 1996, Zoho is a renowned name in the world of cloud-based business software, offering a comprehensive suite of applications designed to streamline business operations, with over 10,000 plus employees and 80 million users worldwide. Zoho has an extensive suite of over 50 enterprise applications covering everything from finance and HR to sales and marketing, empowering businesses of all sizes to manage their operations more effectively. Zoho Recruit, being an integral part of the ecosystem, is dedicated to transforming the recruitment process. Providing an end-to-end recruitment platform, Zoho Recruit assists organizations in attracting, engaging, assessing, and hiring top talent. Today we'll explore the unique features that make Zoho Recruit an indispensable tool for modern recruitment. Launched in 2009, Zoho Recruit has played a pivotal role in helping organizations worldwide to hire over 3.5 million talents, catering to over 10,000 plus businesses across 120 countries. Zoho Recruit comes in two main editions, the Zoho Recruit Corporate HR Edition and the Zoho Recruit Staffing Agency Edition. The Corporate HR Edition is tailored for organizations hiring for their own internal roles, whereas the Zoho Recruit Staffing Agency Edition is specifically designed for staffing and recruiting firms, focusing on the unique needs of those who source and place candidates with other companies. In this webinar, we will be focusing on the Zoho Recruit Staffing Agency Edition. In this demo, we'll use a Zoho Recruit account with an enterprise plan under the administrator profile. The enterprise plan grants access to all the Zoho Recruit features. Before we proceed, let's have a glance at the pricing plans for the Staffing Agency Edition. Basic candidate management and job posting needs can be met with the free or the standard plan. However, for advanced features, consider the professional or the enterprise plan. Today we'll explore how Zoho Recruit can streamline your hiring process and attract top talent. Zoho Recruit empowers you to draft targeted job postings and manage social media. It also helps you attract candidates and keep them engaged with automated outreach scheduling and a branded candidate portal. Plus, automate repetitive tasks like resume screening, interview invites, and feedback collection. You get to gain valuable insights with analytics to optimize your hiring and candidate experience. Now that we are all set, let's dive into the product overview of Zoho Recruit Staffing Agency Edition. When you log into your Zoho Recruit account, the first screen that you will be seeing is the Home tab or the dashboard. So this is how it looks. The Home tab of Zoho Recruit is a quick indicator of the progress of all your hiring activities. It contains components from different modules such as the candidates, job openings, interviews, and much more. One quick glance at the components of the Home tab will tell you how your hiring activities are faring. In Zoho Recruit, the job openings that are still a part of your hiring pipeline, that is, the jobs that have at least one open position and aren't logged, are called as the active jobs. Every time you associate a candidate with a job opening, an application is generated. This way, you can have multiple applications for a single candidate, as their rating and value may vary with respect to the job they are evaluated for. You can also track your interviews, which may be the face-to-face interview or a live or a recorded video interview, directly from your homepage. Every candidate you submit to a client using the Submit to Client button counts as a submission. And each candidate record that has its status changed to hired is counted as a hire. Also, you get to view breakdowns by users and clients. Now let's take a look at the Zoho Recruit's hiring pipeline feature. It helps you visualize and manage your recruitment process. You get to view the status of each job opening and even engage with candidates throughout the process. You also get to customize the pipeline to suit your hiring needs. So this is how the hiring pipeline looks like. So as I mentioned earlier, it's the overview of the stages for all your hiring processes and your applications in Zoho Recruit. It helps you know at which stage each of your application is currently at. It also gives you a snapshot of all your open positions and the candidates you're considering for each role. There are also different views over here, the classic view, the normal view, and the master view, which you get to customize. Setting up your Zoho Recruit account is quick and easy and can be done in just a few steps. First, navigate to Setup. This gives you access to all the settings and configurations you would need to personalize your Zoho Recruit account. Let's start with the personal settings. Here you can update your name, email address, password, and other personal preferences. Moving on to the company details, this is where you define your staffing agency's identity with Zoho Recruit. You get to fill in details like your company name, logo, website, and other contact information. This helps you create a professional and a branded experience for everyone using the platform. The company details comes with the physical year, the business hours, holidays, and currencies. That's the basic setup. Remember, you can always revisit these settings in the future to make adjustments as your agency evolves. In short, the personal setup allows you to create your user profile, whereas the company setup allows you to tailor Zoho Recruit to match your organization recruitment needs and branding. So we've seen what the personal settings and the company settings are. Now that we are done with the account setup, it's time to bring your hiring team inside Zoho Recruit. Before we add them, it is necessary that you understand what roles and profiles are. Roles and profiles basically dictate what the user can do or see in Zoho Recruit. So let's define what a profile is. Profile basically determines what a user can or cannot do in Zoho Recruit. It gives access to what a user can see, create, edit, or delete. For example, a recruiter profile will have access to source, screen, and manage candidates, but limited access to job requisitions or analytics. Whereas a role configures the precise access and features available to a user. It determines who can see what and determine a user's position in the organization's hierarchy. So let's navigate to the users. Before we add a user, let's go and see what the roles and profiles are. Let's see what a role is. So in short, roles establish who the user is, their general category and function, whereas a profile refine access, what features, data, and actions they can perform in the system. Now let's add the user. Select add new user, fill out the details, select the role and profile, and when you select save, an invitation would be sent out to the user, and the user can actually access the portal via the invite which is sent to them. Coming to security control, there is data sharing settings under Zoho Recruit. By default, the access rights to the recruit records are set as private so that the record owner and his or her manager can oversee the recruit data. However, using the data sharing rules, you can extend access rights to users belonging to the different roles and groups. Once the data sharing rules are configured, users associated with other roles and groups can gain additional access to the records that belong to other users. You can create a new sharing role or edit the default permission that is already existing. So let's say we are changing it to public read only for the to-dos. And you can see it's been updated. Coming to territory management. Territory management basically allows you to divide your recruitment process into manageable territories. These territories can be geographical regions, specific departments, or any other criteria that align with your organizational structure. Here we've got Eastern time zone, Northern time zone, Central time zone, and different people take care of each zones. Now moving on to customization, in Zoho Recruit, the data is categorized into different modules based on the similarity of data. The modules are represented in the form of tabs in the top menu bar, such as the candidates, interviews, job openings, and much more. Each module comes with their own layouts and each layout has its own fields. Now let's have a look at how it actually works. Navigate to customization, modules, select the module of your choice, let's say candidate. I'm going to customize the layout. This is the layout of the candidates module. And over here, I've got the fields which you get to drag and drop. I'm going to drag and drop a number field and I'm going to name it Social Security Number. And I'm not stopping right there. I'm also going to be editing the properties. You can select if it's going to be a mandatory field. You can also make it a unique field encrypt field, and much more. And once you save the layout would have been updated successfully. Similarly, you also get to customize the fields, the tabular fields, layout rules. Under layout rules, you can have a look at how the rules actually look like. The validation rules, you can actually create a new one. These are the fields inside the candidate module layout, and you get to set the rules accordingly. You can also customize the links and buttons, the tags, the summary, the cooling off period, and much more. Now that you've set up your account and added the users, it's time to bring your data inside Zoho Recruit using the data migration wizard. There are three different methods that you can follow. We'll be seeing them one by one. When you have data belonging to more than one module, you can migrate the data using the data migration wizard. Now let's navigate to the data migration wizard. Go to the setup. Under data administration, you will have data migration. So data migration basically helps you parse data from your documents into your Zoho Recruit account. It can either be the data that you've exported from your Zoho Recruit account or from other ATS that you've been using before switching to Zoho Recruit. The second way is when, let's say, you'd like to export data, but this time it's multiple records belonging to the same module. For instance, the candidate records. All you have to do is navigate to that particular module and select import. You can either import from spreadsheets or documents, and the final method is by pasting the resume. All you ever have to do is paste the resume and all the fields will be passed into your Zoho Recruit account. Moving on, now that we have set up our account, added users and brought in data, we have to source and add candidates to the empty job openings that we have created or imported. Now let's have a look at the modern problems faced by the modern recruiter. Let's start with the scattered sources. Recruiting talent used to be much simpler. You could post a job in the newspaper and wait for resumes to arrive. But today, candidates are spread out across all kinds of different platforms, from job boards to social media to professional networking sites. This makes it difficult for the recruiters to find the best candidates, and it takes a lot of time and effort to keep track of all the different sources. Next, let's talk about the manual overload. Once you've found some potential candidates, you have to screen the resumes manually, schedule interviews, and follow up with the candidates. This is a time consuming process that can take away from the important tasks such as building relationships with clients and developing your recruiting strategy. Finally, let's talk about the missed opportunities. With so much to do, it's easy to miss out on the great candidates. If you're not careful, you could end up hiring someone who isn't a good fit for the job, or you could even lose out to another recruiter who is more efficient and effective. Worry not. Zoho Recruit makes sure to provide modern solutions to your problems. Zoho Recruit integrates with over 75 plus job boards, expanding your reach to diverse talent pools. You can even create a customizable career site that attracts candidates directly to your agency. Zoho Recruit also makes sure to help streamlining your hiring processes. Manual tasks can actually bog down your team. Zoho Recruit uses intelligent web forms to capture candidate data efficiently and automates workflow to save time on scheduling, screening, and communication. The AI generated job descriptions ensure your job descriptions are clear, concise, and targeted to attract the right candidates. The source boosters in Zoho Recruit go beyond traditional channels to find hidden gems, while data driven insights help you identify top performers throughout the hiring process. The first option for sourcing candidates is through the career sites. The career site is your company's job portal that the candidates visit to search and apply for job openings. Now let's have a look at how the career sites actually work. Navigate to setup and you will find career site under career website. On clicking new career site, your career site will be created. Give it a name. I'm going to call it remote job openings. and the custom view is going to be remote job openings. And under language, you get to choose from 20 plus languages that we provide. It's going to be English for now. On selecting create, the career site is created. This is the default career site that's been provided to you, and you can customize the logo, the menu, and even the social media links. You can activate them. You also get to edit the description, the title, the button text, and everything. You can also edit the appearance, make sure it aligns with your brand. And under advanced settings, you are provided with a career site link that you can share with the candidates, and also a QR code that when you share it with your candidates, they can actually access the career site right from their mobile phone. We also provide you with a link that can be embedded inside your own website, so that the job listings that are made in the career site will also be made in your own website. You can also customize this. Preview it once before saving it. Now save and publish. Now let's have a look at how it looks like. You are also provided with a chatbot, and from here the candidate begins their journey. And these are the remote job openings that we've listed, and they also get to apply filter based on what and where. When publishing jobs on career sites, you can attach web forms as well. Now let's have a look at how web forms work. Web forms act as a bridge between you and your website visitors. This helps non-technical users to design and publish their own web forms and automate the importing of data. Creating web form only involves 3 steps: creating your web form, configuring your form functions, and finally sharing and embedding your web form. Now let's have a detailed look at how it's done inside the product. Navigate to setup and you will find web forms under career site. Click on create web form. So this step involves you adding sections and fields to your web form from the selected module. You can also provide contextual descriptions. So this is basically it. Name the web form as feedback form or the form of your choice. You get to customize the font style, the colors, the layout, and everything. Over here, you've got the fields, and you can decide if the field is going to be required, optional, or off. So the social security number is going to be a required field. The secondary email is going to be optional. And going on to the next step, this is where you configure the form functions. And here you get to configure what language your form should be in, how records added through the form are assigned to users in your account, and how you want to automate the notifications, and much more. So coming to the languages, you can choose from the 20 plus languages that we provide, choose a user, or even choose a candidate assignment rule. So this is going to be all users. You can also enable double opt-in, the tags. Under advanced options, you can restrict duplicate submissions, and when you select yes, you will be given a warning message which can be customized as well. and the post submission confirmation. Again, you can edit this based on the available merge fields. Again, you can customize the message. Under notification, you can notify the candidate owner, acknowledge the candidate, or even request for approval. On clicking save, the web form gets saved. So this is the final part where you share and embed your web form. When you're done building your web form and configuring the form functions, you can shorten the form URL and share it on social media. And you can also generate and embed code to add the form to your career site. So this is how you shorten the link. You were also given the embed options. This actually helps when you want to embed your web form inside your career site or your website. You were also given with QR code. Your candidates can scan to access your web forms directly from their mobile phones. The shortened URL can be shared to different social media. Now that we are done with the career sites and the web forms, let's move on with the resume inbox. Resume inbox is a user-friendly parsing tool that enables you to automatically parse resumes that are actually sent as email attachments and add them directly to your Zoho Recruit account. All you need to do is simply add your email account as the resume inbox and choose from one of the three parsing modes, which are lenient, moderate, and strict. These come with an accuracy and success rate. Now navigate to setup, go to resume inbox, and you can create an account. Since I have already configured my resume inbox, it doesn't actually let me configure another one. You can also select the parsing mode, let it be lenient for now. The parsing mode functionality lets you control the accuracy and success rate of your parsing results. Each parsing mode looks for a set of mandatory field values in the candidate's resume. You can also do a duplicate check. I can actually show you how the resume inbox works. There are two methods on how this actually works. The candidate resume falls into the recruiter's account, which in turn falls into the parsing engine. The records gets parsed and then it gets added into the candidate's module. The second method is where the candidate's resume falls into the job mailbox and again it falls into the parsing engine. It gets parsed and gets added into the candidate's module. So that's basically how the resume inbox works. Moving on, we've got job boards. Job boards allow you to post open positions to external platforms where candidates can view and apply for jobs. Zoho Recruit integrates with popular job boards to get your jobs the exposure they deserve. Once you sync your jobs and the respective job board, Zoho Recruit can automatically update jobs every time you add a job opening. Now let's see how it looks inside the product. Go to job openings, select the job opening that you would like to publish, and select publish on job boards. So you can see the sponsored job boards, the paid job boards, and the free job boards, and even the career sites. I'm going to choose the career site as well, and I'm going to publish to one of the paid job boards. Since we are dealing with the real-time candidates over here, we make sure that the job openings that we publish in the job boards do not actually get published in real time. Select next. You can review the assessment. And when you select publish and finish, the jobs get published in the job boards. Now, moving on to the sourcing summary, you can basically have a look at the stats that you would require based on the job boards and your career site performance. I can actually show you another job opening with better data. So this is how it looks. You can have a look at the overview, the candidate source, the ideal candidates, and every stats that you will require. You can also publish this in other job boards and even on the social media. So, in short, the sourcing summary is basically a dashboard that gives you an overview of your jobs published on various job boards. The dashboard displays visual metrics and KPIs that can help you monitor the status of your job postings. Moving on, we've got source boosters. Source boosters are Zoho Recruit's the state-of-art sourcing method. Zoho Recruit has integrated with Monster, Career Builder, and other job boards to enable source boosters, or call it direct sourcing for recruiters. Direct sourcing saves time and effort for recruiters compared to conventional sourcing methods. Now we can have a detailed look on how Source Booster works inside the product. Navigate to Candidates, select on the Source Boosters, and choose the Source Booster of your choice. Now I'm looking for an accountant from Michigan. Now select Find Resumes, and you will be given a list of resumes. Now you don't have to post jobs and wait for days for a candidate to respond and then start the whole recruitment process. Enter your requirements, find candidates matching your profile, add them to Zoho Recruit, and initiate the recruitment cycle all in the span of few minutes. So let's say I find this profile impressive, and you can actually unlock these resumes if you have enough credits. And once you unlock these resumes, it gets added to the candidates module. Now, to sum it all up, we have set up the account, added users, imported data, and finally sourced and added candidates. The next step is to associate the candidates with the job openings. And the smartest way to get this done is by using Zia, Zoho's AI assistant, which uses candidates' skills to match them with their ideal jobs. It also generates a match score to show how good a fit they might be for the job from the candidate module. So let's see how Zia works. Go to the job openings, select the specific job opening, and click Zia. Here is a list of the candidates with their corresponding match percentage scores for the job. From here, you can quick view the candidate's record, and further, you can also associate them with the job. So let's say a good fit for the job, and select associate. So the quick association also happens. So from here you can see that in a matter of few minutes you can associate a job opening with a perfect candidate for the job. This is just one out of the many ways you can associate a candidate with a job opening in Zoho Recruit. The next method is by using the tags, filters, and the bulk association. Let's say we have two Ashley Michael, just like we have here. It really helps if it was a case where we have 20 Ashley Michael and you're looking for the one with a full stack development. So that's where tags come into play. Moving on, we've got filters. We provide you with a wide range of filters using which you can filter candidates. And once you're done filtering, you can bulk select them and associate them with a job opening. You can also create a new job opening. So that's basically how bulk associate works. Moving on, we've got interviews. The Zoho Interviews module is a powerful tool that helps recruiters streamline and improve their hiring processes. It provides a single platform to manage and schedule interviews, collaborate with the team members, and track candidate progress and feedback. With Zoho Recruit, you can easily conduct phone screenings, in-person interviews, and video interviews, all while gaining valuable insights into your candidate evaluation process. Zoho Recruit provides you with 3 types of interviews, namely the formal interview, video interview, and log-in interview. The formal interviews are basically one on one interviews. These are typically used to assess a candidate's skills, experience, and fit for the position. They can be scheduled and conducted with candidates, interviewers, recruiters, and contacts. Moving on, we've got video interview. The video interview is in turn divided into two: the live video interview and recorded video interview. The live video interview is a real time interview in which an interviewer connects with the candidate face to face over the internet via the webcam. Whereas the recorded video interview is where you send an assessment to a candidate and the candidate is given a certain amount of time to record and send it back to you. Moving on to log interviews. Log an interview allows you to record information about an interview that has already happened, such as a spontaneous interview at a career fair or over a phone call. You can log the interview with the candidate, interviewers, recruiters, and contacts who were involved. You basically fill out the review or the evaluation form for the candidate. Moving on, we've got Interview Kit. Interview Kit is a condensed overview of a candidate's profile and interview details. Now let's have a look at the Interview Kit. Navigate to Interviews. On selecting Quick View, you get to view the Interview Kit. You can have a look at the interview details, candidate details, their resume, and the evaluation, the overall recommendation, and submit evaluation. Moving on, we've got assessments. Before an actual interview process begins, there's often a need to collect candidate information related to a defined set of skills or qualities that all competitive applicants should have. Using Zoho Recruit's assessment feature, recruiters can rate an applicant on quality as well as supply notes and feedback. This enables the hiring managers to quickly compare applicants based on their average ratings and give the interview team a head start. The assessments which are provided to you on default are of four types, which are the pre-screening, background screening, behavioral screening, and general screening. And the assessments you create are divided into three categories, namely the recruiter's assessment, candidate assessment, and the interviewer's assessment. Now let's see how to create these assessments. The candidate's assessment is filled in by the candidate and is evaluated by the recruiter, whereas the recruiter's assessment is used by the recruiter to assess candidates for skill sets or characteristics associated with the job the candidate has applied for. The interviewer's assessment is used by interviewers to assess applicants during the interview. Now let me show you how to create a candidate's assessment. Give it a name. It's going to be candidate assessment. The type of the assessment is going to be background screening. You can give it a description if you want. The question is going to be, how experienced are you? This question is going to be mandatory, and I'm going to edit properties again. So this can either be a single line or a drop down. So the first choice is going to be a fresher, 2 to 3 years, and the final option is going to be 5+ years. On selecting save, the question gets saved. Also make sure you give a competency title. Once you select save, the question gets saved. So when the candidate answers that question, the question will be in form of a drop down. So that's basically how assessments work. Now moving on, we've got Feature Spotlight. Basically the hero features in Zoho Recruit that you must know about. Starting off with AI generated job descriptions, Smart Assist in Zoho Recruit simplifies job template creation by offering predefined or customizable prompts. You can swiftly generate tailored job description, ensuring accuracy and appeal, and directly insert them into the templates. Now let's have a look at how this is done. Navigate to Zia. Under Zia we have Smart Assist. Make sure the Smart Assist is enabled. Go to customization, templates. Under that job template, create a new job template. So you can see Smart Assist over there. We are going to generate a job description. So the posting title is going to be for a digital marketer. The work experience is going to be some 4 years. The industry is technology. And the salary is going to be some 3. The required skills include SEO, communication skills, ad copies, etc. And when I click generate, a job description will be generated. All you have to do is just copy it and paste it at the job description box. Not only that, you can also summarize, simplify, and make it SEO friendly. Let's summarize this. Now copy the description and paste it over here. Now that we are done, let's move to workflow rules. Workflow rules in Zoho Recruit are a set of actions, say alerts, tasks, and field updates that are executed when a certain specified conditions are met. These rules automate the process of sending email alerts and SMS alerts, assigning tasks, and updating certain fields of a record when a particular rule is triggered. Let's see how we get that done. In automation, you have workflow rules. So let me show you an existing workflow rule, candidate association rule. So basically what you can see here is that when a particular action is done, which records it's going to affect and what action is going to be performed. So the workflow rules actually help you automate a particular action. Moving on, we've got blueprints. A blueprint in Zoho Recruit is designed to help you execute your recruitment process in a well-defined systematic manner. With blueprint, you can define every stage in a process and associate people with each stage. In simpler words, it's an online replica of your offline process. It also comes with states and transitions. It would be better if I could actually explain this to you inside the product. Navigate to setup. Under automation, you've got blueprint. Select on create new blueprint. Give the blueprint a name, for instance candidate process for recruitment. The module is going to be candidates. The field is going to be candidate status. You can apply criteria upon which the record should enter a blueprint if you want. I'm skipping that for now. All the boxes that you've got in the right side are called as states. Now let's assemble these states to form a blueprint. So new, waiting for evaluation, contacted, and then comes associated, followed by submitted to client, approved by client, and rejected by client. Now the two states are connected to each other by means of transition. You can see the plus is add transition. The transition is going to be contacted. On clicking save, the transition gets saved. Similarly, I'm going to give another transition named waiting for evaluation. So once the candidate is contacted, we are going to make sure they are associated to a particular job opening. So we're going to call it associate job openings. Here you can see the difference between the transitions we have made before, the ones in yellow color and the green color. The green color ones are the built-in transition, whereas the yellow color ones are the ones being made. So the other transition is going to be submit to client, which is also an inbuilt transition. The other transition is going to be reject, and the final transition is going to be approve. So now a candidate can get rejected during any state during this blueprint process. So I'm going to make sure it's going to be a global transition so that this action can happen anytime during the process. On clicking publish, the blueprint gets published and enabled. So my actions, you can see the blueprints that are available. You can also view by the modules available. Since we have created a blueprint for candidates, this is what we have. On clicking submit to client, you can send submissions to the client right from the window. Moving on, we've got reports and analytics. Let's have a look at how this works. Go to analytics module, select create report, select a module, it's going to be candidates, select a related module which is going to be associated, select the type of report, continue. You can also add the available columns with the selected columns. You can also apply standard filters or even advanced filters. So the basic information is going to be client and contact reports. So, and that's it, you have a report generated. This is a simple report. You can make advanced reports and analytics here inside Zoho Recruit. In Zoho Recruit, we make sure that we provide you with a unified hiring experience involving all your stakeholders, such as your candidates, your clients, and your fellow recruiters. Let's begin with the client portal. In Zoho Recruit's client portal, your clients can create a new job opening, send feedback for the candidates submitted for review, and make interview decisions. This helps bridge those communication gaps between you and your clients, building a strong partnership as a result. Now moving on to formatted resume, let's say you submit 10 of your candidates to your client. With formatted resume, you can make sure all the 10 resumes that you submit to your client are of the same format, and you also get to mask the candidate details before submitting to the client. Moving on, we've got candidate portal. As a recruiter, it is essential to make a good impression in terms of accommodating candidates. Your candidates can apply for jobs and track their applications through the candidate portal. Now let's have a look at the candidate portal and the client portal. So this is the client portal. This is the dashboard. You can see the job openings, assess candidates, and the interviews. This is a job opening module. From here, the clients get to actually create the job openings, and these job openings will be added in the job opening module of the admin, where the admin can actually associate candidates to the job opening which has been raised by the client. And once the candidates are associated, the clients get to review them, and if the candidate is good enough, the job is offered. Then comes the candidate module, the teammates, and the interviews. This is the candidate portal. Moving on to custom portals. Custom portals in Zoho Recruit are designed for administrators to extend Recruit access to their clients, contacts, and candidates. A portal user can access the modules and some of the associated data, such as the job openings, candidates, and interviews that are present in Zoho Recruit. They can also view, edit, and create records and even add notes and attachments. For example, generally staffing companies partner with other staffing companies to share candidates and job openings. If an opening is available, it will be shared among the partner networks. The partners can log into the custom portal and upload their candidates or job openings. Moving on, we've got multi-org in Zoho Recruit. Zoho Recruit allows users to access multiple organizational accounts using the same email address. This is especially useful for organizations who maintain different accounts to manage their hiring across various regions. Imagine a company has two branches registered under one parent company. Each one has a separate talent base, recruitment strategy, and clientele. Thus, the company maintains two Zoho Recruit accounts to manage their hiring information. People who oversee recruitment in both regions often have to log into both the accounts to understand their growth and derive insights that are used to prepare reports, agendas, and ideas for the future planning. Remembering different login credentials and broadcasting data directly from both accounts can be challenging. In order to improve multiple account accessibility, Zoho Recruit allows users to configure multiple orgs and manage them from one account with a common login credential. They can easily swap between the accounts whenever required. Zoho Recruit seamlessly integrates with a multitude of tools and services to offer you a unified and efficient recruiting experience. Zoho Recruit is committed to ensuring the highest standards of data security and privacy, and these are some of the privacy certifications that we own. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Zoho Recruit's Staffing Agency edition. If you've got any queries, reach out to us at support@zohorecruit.com. For more information about Zoho Recruit, please visit our website. Once again, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.